Are you ready? Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Around the World in Age Again. You got to do the awkward Kermit arms at the same time as I am. Anyway, we're here, finally. It has been eons. It has been several reboots of several franchises to the cinema that you think you were going to go see something new, but it's the exact same film again. It's now me, on your radio, in your ears, piercing through. It is now time for my first ever podcast. Yay! I feel a bit delusional at the moment because I thought, right, I don't know how to do this because I've never done a podcast by myself and I've listened to other people's podcasts. They've got loads of people with them or they're by themselves. And I've obviously opted for the latter option. But don't worry, the format will evolve, change. I just hope it doesn't if it devolves from this, it's just going to be my cat going, record. I thought I'd give you a little bit of background on myself. So, obviously there's two elements to this podcast. There is gaming and there's travel. Both are quite broad in their aspects. Gaming. My initial one is actually mostly video games. My first ever console was, I was about to say it was a Sega Master System, but I lie. I do remember getting the Amiga something. I can't remember which Amiga it was. And the first game I played was Ghostbusters. And the visuals and the motion and all the directions were somehow, despite how crappy they were, still encapsulated me. I was like, moving images. I'm in control of a person. I'm in control of Ray right now. I think it's Ray. I can't really tell by the green and black graphics and the lack of movement. I just assumed that was it. Sorry, I can hear my brother in the background. I told him I was recording a podcast. Clearly, smash bang, bloody in the wallop in the background in the kitchen. Anyway, so my first ever console was an Amiga, Ghostbusters. A lot of confusion, but I still enjoyed it. I do remember having, I think it's like a Bugs Bunny game as well. I was probably about, I'm going to say like 5 or 6. I think my parents had maybe given up on me in terms of what they could do. Because I was a very hyperactive child, but I was also very quiet. But that's another podcast for a different day. We won't go into all that stuff. And my love for gaming grew from there. So after the Master System, I then got a Mega Drive, then a Super Nintendo, then I got... Did I get the N64? No, I did not, because I didn't like the controller. I still don't like the controller. Sorry to you N64 fans out there, but it's like the world's most awkward looking dildo. I'm just like, no, get out of my house. Move. The Sega Saturn. Sorry, my voice went a little bit. It's going to go up a few octaves. Prepare myself as I go down memory lane / memory avenue / memory road. But yeah, Sega Saturn, a lot of fun. Virtual Fighter, Burning Rangers, Sega Rally, Daytona USA, so many things. But I do remember, I think the Sega Saturn was the only console I got so excited I bought the game before I bought the console. And my game was Street Fighter Alpha 2. Bought the game 2 weeks before I even got the frigging console. I was that excited. I didn't think about what I was doing. I saved all my pocket money. I didn't go out for lunch. All the lunch money I got from my parents. I secretly got myself skinnier and skinnier just so I can actually play Street Fighter Alpha 2, which I'm still terrible at, but I still love it. And then it went into the latter years, which is all the newer consoles. So I say newer consoles. For me, it still feels like yesterday. It was the Sega Dreamcast. And then I think I had a little bit of a respite because Sega Dreamcast was around 99 to 2001. And then that's why I started to go to uni. That's after that point. That's when I got my hands on an N64 via one of my housemates at uni. Lo and behold, the greatest console that will ever come out of any generation, and I still love it to this day, even though it costs a bomb and you can't connect it to any TV. The Nintendo GameCube. Yes, I bow to you, my beautiful, humble servant, or queen, or god, I should say, not servant. What is lower than a servant? I don't know. Anyway, where I think a lot of my gaming joy came from, and I used to play it with my friends and sometimes my friends' parents, because sometimes they would get involved, and that's where I found my love for Mario Party 4. Many a friendship and actually partnership and also relationship have fallen apart because of Mario Party. There's nothing worse than stealing a star from someone who's already got no stars. So, harsh. And then yes, we now get into the more contemporary years. Nintendo Wii, PS3, PS4, PS5, Switch, and I think I might have had a Xbox 360, or I think maybe my brother had that, and also we had all the other ones in between, so all the little handhelds. I think I had a Game Boy. I borrowed it from my cousins, and I think that was it. I did have a Nintendo DS, which I think might have ruined any chance I've had of getting any kind of partner or going on holidays, because I spent far too much money on that machine. A lot of Pokemon games that I still haven't completed. Ash is still running around Johto or Kanto or whatever the regions are called. They're stuck with a Pikachu that has no particular name. And a whole bunch of Pokemon that won't even get past the first gym. So, and also, that was part 1. So that's actually my gaming side. Yay! Next one is travel. Now, travel is a lot like gaming. And I didn't go into it too much, but yeah, gaming. Also video games, but also board games. Board games I might speak a bit more about, but I thought I'd just give you a bit of a rundown on what I am like in terms of actually my character set and also what I like. Travel, obviously like most young people, I used to travel with my parents. I used to love doing it. However, when I got into my adult years, I think I only did small excursions. I didn't really go many places in my 20s. I think a few trips to Portugal, Spain, Greece. It was always with partners or someone. And then I got to the age of 30. I'm not going to say which year. I'm going to let you try and work out how old I am. I think you'll pretty much find out if you put the clues together from what I had as a child from my gaming. If you put any pieces together, you'll be like, oh my God, he's like a fossil. So travel started with one big journey, and I decided I'm 29, I'm going to turn 30 in a couple of weeks. I'm just going to book the trip of a lifetime. So I decided to go to Southeast Asia, Australia, which I lived and worked at for a little while, New Zealand, and then I was actually going to do just one stop in America. However, that obviously got a little bit bigger, and then decided to actually go to Canada as well. But I have actually created, and this is the reason why I have a website, it's now called www.mrgameandtravel.com. Please do have a read of it. I haven't edited too much of it. A lot of it has changed due to a lot of my personal growth and what I think about different countries, different aspects, religions, lifestyles, etc. If there's anything that is offensive there, please do comment on there. But as you'll see, my vision and respect for other people has grown a lot more since those days, and yeah, that's all we can say for now. So there you go. There is the world's longest intro to your podcast host ever. As I like to say, all journeys start with the home. So I come from a lovely little town in West Berkshire, part of Royal Berkshire. If it's good enough for King Charlie, it's good enough for me. Reading. For those who do not know the UK map, Reading is somewhere in the south central of England. We are 2 hours away from Cardiff. I know that because that's where I work a lot, because I am actually a background artiste, which means extra or cattle, basically. I'm actually even an hour from London, so either way, or an hour from Oxford, and basically an hour from everything, except for Scotland. That's only 2 hours if you go via, obviously, Heathrow. It has some lovely facts regarding Reading. So I'm trying to put some little bit of history into this place. Not sure which king this is. Please write this on a postcard. Send it to PO Box 602 6999 111112, which does not exist. One of the kings really favours Reading when they were trying to think of another capital after, I think it was either London or Southampton, because Southampton was the place you imported stuff into, but London was the place where you hang out and went to the docks and, you know, got your thrills from a cheap strumpet. But yeah, Reading. It's also, here's a little fun fact I found for you actually. Reading was originally a Saxon settlement called Reda Ingath, meaning people of Reda or Reda. However, that, like, for people that are confused, now Reading is spelled Reading, which to other people, especially Americans, because they love to be literal. Hi there, my American listeners, if you're out there, I love you really. Reading. It's pronounced reading in some places, but it's actually Reading. However, I think it might, obviously it's now still in ruins. It's still going, it's still in ruins. Don't worry, it won't go anywhere. I think they're still trying to do some conservational work on it, so to keep it alive. We're also known for, actually, now this is why I debate. So I'm looking at this website and it's saying Reading is known for 3 Bs, but I thought it was 4. Now, the 3 Bs the town is known for is beers, bulbs, and biscuits. Especially during the 19th century. Huntley and Palmer's was here. That would be the biscuit part. We do actually have a nice little, I say it's the Reading Biscuit Factory, which is also known as the place where you go to the cinema when the view is too blocked up. And cinema has got a nice little board game section, which now leads into another section to us. And it's a nice little cafe as well. So please go visit that place. We also have, now this is a little fact that I didn't know we had, but I'm going to have to check this out myself now. So if you get if you got a bottle of this stuff, please let me know. Reading sauce. It's also produced a sharp, sour taste similar to Worcestershire sauce. I did not know we had this. You might have to go check this out in the lovely Reading Museum, or go check it out on Amazon. Also, the other facts, and this is a little bit more up to date. Reading is also known as the Silicon Valley of the Thames. So we've got companies like Oracle, Microsoft, PepsiCo. If it's something that's produced on a worldwide scale, they obviously picked Reading of all the places to come enjoy the M4 corridor. There is Reading Festival. Now, it's one of the biggest festivals in the UK, normally held around the August bank holiday. Great if you like rock, metal, dance. It actually encapsulates quite a lot of things. However, I think Reading's most famous incident might be the time when Daphne and Celeste, a very cheeky pop duo who basically were all in your face about attitude and being girly, and basically got hit with rocks and bottles of peace. So that is those people that threw that were not from Reading. We're very peaceful here. They were probably from Bracknell. Reading also has, I think we have romance still. I might have to double check that fact. By the way, I do some research, but I don't remember every single thing about Reading. As much as I love this town, and I very much, actually, I will say this about Reading. For a town, we're actually still quite impressed in the fact that we still have a lot of community-led projects. We do get some government backing, especially from Reading Borough Council, but also Reading's governed by, I think, 5 different councils, so you can step one toe out of one town and out of one little street, and then before you know, you're like, oh, well, we can get the Uber here, but not this part of town. Shocking. We have actually got Uber now, which is actually quite mesmerising. I think for a few years, everyone had it, and Reading wasn't, because again, not all 5 councils agrees, and they thought, oh, it's taking away money from the black taxi cabs, and I'm just like, the black taxi cabs already take money from us, so I'm on board with this Uber. Hello, and this now brings me on to our next section, which is Reading Gay Pride. Hello. We are part of the lovely LGBTQIA+, or as I want to call it, Le Guaptique. I don't know what. It's too long to say sometimes. I know it's actually to initiate every single person that's in our umbrella. However, I just want to go up there. Maybe rejig it. It's like the worst Scrabble pieces ever. I'm like, no. We need more vowels. Anyway, let's say Reading Pride is now. I've got to do a bit of self-promotion because I'm actually part of the social and community engagement team, he says, with his voice getting higher, because it's not a lie. I actually deal with the social side, so it's the last event I had was the board game meetup. There's going to be another one coming in September, and there's going to be one for video games at the end, but there will be more stuff that's coming on. But anyway, Reading Pride is actually going to be this month, the 30th of August, which is Saturday. We have some very good acts coming up. I just saw the words Jordan Grey, which means absolutely gold. Please come along. It is, and I have to say every single time, Reading Pride is the biggest free-to-attend, award-winning, family-friendly gay pride. So we've won awards. We do it for free. Well, once we get donations. If you want to donate, please donate. Please go to readingpride.co.uk. Drop a bit of coin for us. We do it out of volunteer. No one gets paid for this stuff. I think the only thing I've been given so far is a free welcome pack from Specsavers, and I already have glasses, so I was a bit like, well, I can't really use it, but I will come get some bifocals for the sake of it. Go enjoy Reading, go along the Oracle Shopping Centre and do some stuff, go to the Reading Biscuit Factory, you name a place, I will put an event in there, and I will be there going, yes, come and enjoy the gay pride. Hello, Norm, what are you doing here again? I don't know, I came here for the board games. It's not board game night, it's open mic night. Stop talking like that. Anyway. Right, and there you go. That is all I can say about our lovely Reading. No, there will be more. There should be more. Now, I will suggest this to people in Reading. If you come from the place or if you don't, please just check out the community boards. Go to the other districts. Woodley's a very nice, lovely area if you want to go somewhere picturesque where everyone's got like a lovely 5-bedroom place, security gates, dogs. If you fancy a quick run, just play non-ginger on them. If you don't think you'll get a workout, you'll get a workout from when you get a Doberman running after you when you're trying to go over a gate. And we also have the new area, which is Green Park. Now, Green Park's a bit of an odd area, and I love it still. However, it's all American themed. It's all American houses. It's got American street names, at least 2 of them. I think 2 of them are called Main Street. It's the same street, but it keeps going round and round. But it's a brand new area. That's also the start of the Reading Half Marathon. Now, also there, near that area, right, I also have to explain the accent here as well. It goes a little bit West Country, my lovely, sometimes, but it also goes a little bit like, oh, darling, how you doing, babes? Yeah, it's a bit... Reading is literally the halfway between Bristol and East End London, so prepare yourself for a little bit of a shock. You're like, wait a minute, where am I now? Am I in Somerset or am I in Dagenham? Can you adjust your accent appropriately, young man? Or young lady? Or young day? We are all inclusive here. The rivers. Now, my lovely little facts, which I always tell everyone, because everyone's like, oh, you got a river here. I'm like, yes, I do. Why are you talking to me like that for, Norm? We have the River Thames, and we also have the River Kennet going through our lovely town. So the River Kennet goes off to the left, and that's the bit that goes through the Oracle. The Oracle, no, I will say, if you need to have justification of why you want to live in Reading, go down both rivers. Now, going down the Kennet will get you down through most of the Oracle, and if you come out towards the either section, you've got a nice row of bars, pubs. If you've gone past the fish pub, you know you've gone too far. That's all I'm going to say. And actually, I think that's at both ends as well. If you've gone too far, you might actually be in the river, so watch out for that one. That's on the River Kennet, and that's the one that's going through the Oracle. The River Thames is on the other side. That is the bit where you go towards Caversham. Now, please go see Caversham. If you ever need any reason to remember that you are posh and upper crust, go through Caversham. It's fantastic, sweetie darling. Very lovely area, nice architectures, and really nice parks as well, I will say that. But along that riverside is where you'll get all the canal boats, nice parks, little forest areas. If you walk from one end going west, you'll go to Tarhurst Station. That's near me. I'm not going to say where my actual address is because I don't want you stalking me while I'm in the shower and I get out and I've just got like blonde hair and I've got a towel around my titties. I go, oh no, don't you dare take pictures of me as I flash you. Be warned, I am not a little bit, let's just say a moderate, a bit of ADHD. I do go a little bit off the cuff. Anyway, I digress. So, while we're here, let me do a little bit of a self-promotion for the other area. Not self-promotions, that's about me. No, promotion to other people. You have also got the surrounding areas. Now, we're near Sunham Woods, which is a very nice place to go to if you want someone to go for a nice ramble. Which also leads on to Pangbourne, Goring. Is it Goring and Streatley? Goring and Streatley. And anywhere, just check out Berkshire area. Just like at Greater Reading. There is nice little pub valleys. If you go towards Thatcham, there is actually a few countryside pubs that look fantastic. I've not been able to go there yet because I've only just actually rediscovered. So actually, I moved from Manchester, which will be another podcast coming at some later point. So watch out for that one. And there's also this side. I'm mostly talking about West Berkshire because that's where I am. But east side, that's where Woodley is. That's a very nice area as well. Again, just go on the outskirts and you've got loads of, as I said before, nice country places. Go for a ramble, get a few drinks, get in your car, get in trouble with the police because you've been out drinking. Please do not drink and drive. Thank you. Thames Valley Police do not need you sloshed out your mind after you've been listening to my podcast. Please do not do that and do not tell them that I told you this. Right, anyway, moving on swiftly. That's all I can say for the podcast. I'm going to say thank you for joining me. If you want to know any more information regarding about me, just look up Mr. Game and Travel on most social media sites. That is Mr. Game and Travel. That is MARGAMEANDTRA. End of sentence. So I know why I went a little bit African. I'm sorry for people in any part of Africa, any region. I'm just like, ooh. But yes, please follow me on all of those social links. I'm not on Twitter before you ask, Twitter/X. I do not believe in the person that owns that place anymore, and I don't believe in some of the people that actually use that site, so I'm so sorry. I'm just being honest. Anyway, have a fantastic time. I will try and keep these regular. And if you've got any suggestions of places that I can talk about, that'd be great. But I'll be basically going through a lot of the places that I went through on my website. That, again, is Mr. Game and Travel. And I also stream on twitch.tv. The days are very mixed at the moment because I do, as I said before, background artiste work. So my days and my times are all over the place. But I try and make some consistency. I try to leave my weekend free for some streaming. I play a lot of stuff on my Nintendo Switch and PS5 and trying to get my gaming PC working. However, I bought one of those pre-packaged ones thinking I was being clever when really I was being duped. Like an idiot. I had to get my little brother to help me. He's like, you don't got any RAM? I was just like, but I don't want any sheep. I just want to get my computer working. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Anyway, thank you for joining the intro / a little bit of a knowledge on Reading. I am Marvin, aka Marvy, aka Marvy Warvy. And yes, peace out. Hope you enjoyed Around the World in 80 Games. And speak to you soon. Bye bye.